today, let me just say that if you want to know somebody's skeletons, just watch their organization videos. Watch them clean out, declutter, and organize all their stuff. Because I am being real here. This is real life here. So today I've decided, so the sun decided to come out just as I began to film. And of course, now that I fixed the mini blind, the cloud is out. But anyway, so today I've decided to begin organizing all my prints that I've been collecting. I've been collecting some of these. Some of them I purchased because, you know, I thrifted them, they're vintage, and I like them. Some of them I'm waiting to do like a gallery wall with, so I'm collecting pieces for specific types of gallery walls. And some, you know, I just liked. But I have my prints, my frames, and if you saw my last video, not my last video, the video of the vintage haul video, my most recent vintage haul video, you know, you saw that I had gotten some prints, some needlework prints, cross stitch, and so I want to figure out what frames they will look best in. Hopefully I have a frame that they will fit in and look good, but if not, then I guess I'll be on the hunt for something else. But in the meantime, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna organize these pictures and frames and get this part of my life squared away because it is kind of taking over. So let's get this done. Okay. Tell me you have a problem with framed prints without telling me that you have a problem with framed vintage prints. Yep, there's a lot of them here. Okay, well, I have it all laid out. It's all laid out for you to see. All my frames and the prints that I have without frames, it's all right here. So let me just take a few minutes here and show you in more detail a little bit more of what I have. Hi, Kelbell. This is Kelly, one of our cats. We have 3, but she thinks she's going to be in the video. So anyway, let me just scoot her out of the way. And okay, so let's start here with this frame. It is a thrift find. You can see, actually no, I take that back. This is not a thrift find. This frame was a curbside pickup. And I call a curbside pickup is trash that people put out along the side of the road that they don't want. And here's the main reason why it's curbside pickup. You can see it's missing some chunks. And it's like a foam, excuse me, it's a plaster piece, but I love the gold and the black. I don't even care that it needs some fixing because I plan on fixing that. I think I can fix that. At least, maybe not fix it so much as cause it to blend in with some, maybe some paints and things like that. Or rub and buff or something. That's my plan. Now these 2 pictures, I bought this one, as you can see, at a thrift store. I paid $3.50 for it. Not so much for the print, although it's cute with the geese. But the frame. I like the frame. And then this print I got at a yard sale. And it was $5. But as you can see, the frames, they're identical. And so I was kind of excited to know that I could get matching prints or put pictures in it to make like a wall display, like stack them, or, you know, there's less I could do with them. But it's a really nice size. So I like that I like the larger scale of things. So we're off to a pretty good start here. I apologize for being winded. I'm getting over a cold and a sinus mess and kind of, yeah, get winded easy. Okay, this picture here. This is not vintage. It's not old. It's actually from the Dollar General. And while it's textured, you know, I'm sure it's a faux oil painting, but I thought the church was cute, but it's a little too bright for my decor. But I really like it because of the frame. And it's a plastic frame. But I could dull that down slightly. It's not quite the right gold that I prefer. You know, again, paint or, you know, like a dark wax, excuse me, you know, or some rub and buff. I could get that to look a little bit more in my style. So I can always take that print out. You know, the frames don't necessarily, especially when you're first starting out, they don't necessarily need to be old. I mean, you can get some vintage inspired pieces at the store and you can make them look a little older if you want. I mean, that's always an option until you find the old pieces. Now this frame, this picture is old. I'm not sure who this woman is. I got her this frame at the thrift store. I'm not sure which one. And you can see here, this picture was taken at the age of 16. I wish they would have put the date, not just her age. But I love this type of gold. This more of a buffed, rubbed gold maybe. But I like the picture, but I'm not sure, you know, here's the thing. Even if I have pictures in here, I don't have the guts to get rid of them. So even if I put a picture over her, I'm going to keep her in the back of the frame just because it is old, you know. Definitely old. Look at her hairstyle. She's 16 in this picture. You know. Definitely a beautiful painting, drawing, oil, probably like a chalk painting. I don't know, I'm not an art enthusiast. I just liked it. Now these frames, these are vintage. It's like a set of 2 here. And they just have like, you know, Valentine's things in them. But again, I want to switch out the print and I don't feel bad about switching that print out. So along the back here, I have some, well, there's 2 cross-stitch pieces. This one says, good neighbors, good friends. And it has like this cute little duck pin there. It's so cute. The bunnies blend in. I'm not a fan of the frame necessarily, but I like the piece. And it was 50 cents, you can see. It was framed at AC Moore. I tell you, AC Moore, they did a good job framing that. Look at that hook. Anyway, I can put that print in something else. And then this, I loved this print as well. Not a print, cross stitch. It's the names of, you know, it has scripture. Through the Spirit, beloved, I am that I am. And that was a $7 print. So, and let's keep going here. So we have 2 frames here. This is a nice heavy frame. I love the scroll work, the floral patterns on it. This is an empty frame that I can use, of course. Now, you will start to see a theme here. And I've kind of, laying this out is actually a very good idea because what I've noticed is I love two-toned prints that have this gold trim in them. I really like that. So I'm excited to use that. Over here we have this, you know, the cutouts. They're old. There's no date. They're exactly the same. I bought them at 2 different times, but you can see the little bit of gold on the inside as well. And the same with this little print. The gold. This is a wooden frame, but I love the gold, the two-tone. Now this frame, if you've watched past videos, this frame has made an appearance, but I love this frame so much. It's like a gold rub on it. It looks wooden in this picture, but in this video, but It is like a gold wood. And then the green, it's just, I love this frame so much. Now here, this is a set of 3 prints, cross stitch pieces. They were 50 cents each. They have a flower print on them. But I wanted to save, trying to save the stitcheries again. Back up there. These little frames I got, I did not pay $2 a piece, but they're like very primitive from, you know, early 2000s. But I thought they would be cute if I wanted to paint them and put an updated print in them. That would be so cute. These, and most of these things these prints and pictures and frames I've had for many years, for several years anyway. I paid 25 cents. Made in Italy. It's a metal frame. So there's 2, mirror just came out. But again, 25 cents. Hi, howdy doody. So again, made in Italy, but so cute. All right, I keep saying that a lot. This frame, again, an idea of, I love this gold. I'm not a fan of this type of wood, but I'm thinking I might want to paint this a lighter color, or antique it, or buff it, or something. Okay, these are so cool. These are, I don't know what you call them, but they are like a puffy, it's a puffy floral pattern. I have a cat print on my vintage cat picture wall. It's like a puffy picture. This is puffy, both of these. I love them so much. And why haven't I put them up? I don't know. Probably because they were put on this stack and forgotten about until now. But yes, I am definitely going to utilize those. Now we have this. Here's another metal frame. This is like a bubble. See how it's like puffy? This is a bubble picture. It's like a bubble glass. No information on it. She's kind of cute, but again, if I change that out, I would put her to the back and the picture in front of it. I wouldn't get rid of it. I don't want to mess it up in case someone does collect those or something. I love this pink too, the pink and the gold. It's the back. Tiny landscape. So cute, so old. I love the two-tone though. And look at this little print. This is a plastic picture frame. Little girl praying. So sweet. Okay, so here are some prints. These, okay, they were priced at 75 cents. I did not pay that. I think they were like half the price. But they are prints, and there's, the theme is like this daisy country. There's a little boy. I'll show you all of them. Little girl to go with the little boy. Old rundown barn and the milk cans. Barn in the back, or cabin, I guess, in the background there. Mailboxes. This one has the daisies and the black-eyed Susans. So pretty. And then this is the last one, the boat fishing pole. I was not going to pass those up. They were like half price. Insane. Oh, now this, okay. These are pirates. They're vintage frames. They're old. I'm thinking maybe that's the 64 is probably the year. Now I don't have anything pirate. And at first I thought, well, maybe they're wearing red, white, and blue, and it maybe could be patriotic. I don't think that little boy and girl pirates would pass as patriotic. But I, again, love the cream with this gold frame. So they will be cute, you know, to you know, put a different print inside. Okay, let's go back here to this back wall. This, maybe back up here, is a big picture. praying hands, and it says peace. When I open, now the frame's nothing major. It does have the gold on it. I like the gold trim in the picture itself and the gold on the piece with that blue. So pretty. I think well, I opened it, kind of looked inside without taking it the whole way out, and it is actually like a piece of felt. So I don't know if it was printed on felt or what that is, but I mean, I still like the picture, whether, no matter what it's made out of. And you can see the frame or the mat is like hand cut. Somebody made this, but I still think it's very pretty. Now this is a watercolor. It's made an appearance before in my videos. It should be in a prettier frame as well, but it's so pretty. Okay, now this horse frame, this is old. This whole horse picture, I put it in that frame. Again, I like the two-tone. There's no gold on this one, but I still like two-tone. The vintage horse. Here we have American Homestead Summer. Sorry to glare. So pretty. Big heavy frame. Okay, now I'm almost finished here, but these are Hummels. I have, for some reason, an obsession with Hummels. Now, to my defense, I have curbed that down some. I have, seen many Hummel prints, I should say. I don't collect Hummels or anything. But something about them, I just am so attracted to them. I mean, they're just, I don't know why. Is it my German background? My mom's family is German. But there's that print, this adorable, look at this again, two-tone gold and cream. But look how sweet. I've had this one for a while. Community 8, I paid $1.99. But oh my goodness, they're so sweet. Little chunky legs. Yeah. Let me move that out of the way. So here's the little boy. What did I pay? 75 cents. Oh, I got these at the same time I got those other prints. And I want to say it was half price for them too. I was like, no way. I mean, come on. Who's going to pass that up? Not me anyway. Some of you might, but I didn't even take it out of the wrapper, but it's so pretty. Oh, it's, yeah, cross. She's singing to with the birds. Okay, so cute. Like, they just make my heart sing, these types of prints. And again, the little Hummel. And that's not all. This is one I just showed in my last thrift haul. I do want to tea stain it so that it blends more with the vintage look. But that angel. But here is, I have two other cross stitch Hummel pictures. And they were, you can see from the Goodwill for $1.99. So cute. Very summery. The red, white, and blue. Look, he's got a basket of cherries that are spilling out. So sweet. That'd be so cute for summer. Like, so cute for summer. Okay, now this is my stack. Some of these I've shown you before already, but these are the cross stitches that I've rescued from the thrift store, except for this one. My husband stitched that, oh my goodness, like over 20 years ago. And I've never put it in a frame. Well, it was in a frame. I took it out because it wasn't a very good frame. But I've got to remedy that. I definitely need to put this in a frame to keep it nice. This was a thrift store find. I love the sunflower. Where's that from? Community Aid or New Life. So $2. It's so pretty. It's so well done. Flowers, birds. Welcome. And then the sunflower. And then this one I showed in my last video, the quilt with the goose and the little croc, so pretty. And then this laundry that I want to tea stain. It needs to be darker. It's way too bright. As you can see, the more natural tones are more my style. This one stands out like a sore thumb. So I want to tea stain that, but you can see the aesthetics of everything has more of a tendency to be a, you know, more muted colors, more vintage, more worn and relaxed and old. So that is a lot to go over, but I'm glad I did this because at least now I know what I'm drawn to. I know what I have, and I'll go through and see what I can match up and switch out, and then make a note of what I need, if anything, to, you know, get these pieces together so that I can use them. They're not doing anybody any good stacked up on a pile. And if there's ones that I can't use, then I will donate those back to the thrift store most likely. So, okay, there you go. Okay, so I removed this print from inside this frame. This is the picture that I'd gotten from the Dollar General. So it's just a cardboard cutout picture. Now I'm trying to decide which picture I want to put in this. So this is the watercolor print. Now keep in mind, I'm going to tone this sharpness down because it looks a little too fake right now, but here is that print, the watercolor, or I have this sunflower. I like how the gold goes so pretty with the gold. So yeah, I just need to decide which one. So sunflower or watercolor. Well, this is going to be a tough decision, so let's see what I come up with. So this is what I'm going to do. I love this watercolor with this green and gold frame because all the green colors in the grass and in the trees, it's just so pretty with that. So I'm going to remount the watercolor picture into this gold and green frame, and then with this Dollar General frame, again, I'm going to tone down the brassiness, harshness of it, and I'm going to put this sunflower in that because look at the gold from the sunflower, and even the little birds have some gold on them, and the pansy. I think it will look so pretty with that. It'll help to elevate that a lot. So that wasn't as bad of a decision as what I thought it was going to be. So let me work on those and I'll show you what they look like as I go. So cute. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. So this card was inside. I knew it was a card, but I didn't know it was so cute. It says, "Happy Valentine's Day. We love you with all our heart. XOXOXO, Rhonda and Brett. Zach, Jesse, I love you, Kira." Oh my goodness. It's cute. Okay, so this looks familiar for some reason, but I don't know, that's kind of cute too. Well, and then this is just construction paper. That's going to go right into the trash. So let me see what this looks like. I was thinking of it for this goose print. So what do we think of that? Would that work for the goose print? What do we think? Yay? Nay? What do you think? Let me know what you think. think I like it like that. I think the frame might need a little more, I think what I want to do on the frame is add some antiquing wax so that you can see the detail a little better and to make it look a little more my style. But I think that might work. I think that's going to work for this. Now if I had two prints, I would match them, but I don't, so I think that's going to work. So I'll have to get that framed. I want to, yeah, I'm going to antique wax this one and then frame. Okay, so for my first framed project, I'm going to put this framed watercolor into this antique, this very vintage frame. I love the green and the gold color of it. The gold's not picking up, it's just looking wood toned here, but it is actually gold here and green. So I'm going to marry the two frames together. So let's do that right now. It's a watercolor. It's not signed, but I like it anyway. So it wasn't very well framed. It was just this piece of cardboard. Now I don't have glass, and I wasn't actually going to put any glass in this. So, okay. I'm going to have to either tape it or put these. I don't know if I can put those in. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to tape it in or buy those little picture things. I don't have those little picture things, but oh my goodness, it looks so much better. I think I'll hold tape on it for now. And then I need to get little picture tacks to go into the sides. But at least I got it out of that frame. Oh, there is glass in that, but I don't think I want the glass. Oh, let me see. Do I want the glass? I don't think I'm going to want the glass. Let me see if I can take it out without breaking it. Oh, don't break. Please don't break. Well, that's not. Oh, there we go. Let me just see what it looks like with the glass. I know it's going to have a glare if I have the glass in it. But it will protect the picture. Oh, it's so pretty in there though. Definitely a good decision. Of course, I honestly think I could put anything in this frame and it will look beautiful. Maybe I'll find more of these picture frames in the wild. So anyway, I'm going to tape that on temporarily and then figure out a way to get those pieces, these little metal pieces, into this safely. It's a process, y'all. It's a process, but I love the way that looks. So, okay, very happy about that. This out of the way. My next project, let's see, is putting this print inside this frame, but I want to antique this frame. I don't want it to look so, I want it to look a little more antiqued. Is that a thing? Is that a word? More antiqued? So I'm going to, use some dark wax, and I think that'll highlight these pieces a little better. You can tell they're there. Some like a floral leaf pattern. I want that to stand out a little bit more. So I have some dark wax here. I'm going to be using the Annie Sloan's dark wax, soft wax. to just kind of antique this a little bit. I'm not sure it's going to be very hard to tell, but it definitely made that floral leaf patterns show out very, a whole lot more. It looks so much better. Just a little bit of wax. It's amazing what a little bit of wax can do. There you go. Let this cure. Okay, so I want to do the same thing with this gold frame. This frame had the church print in it from the Dollar General. So I just want to take some of the brassiness off, tone it down a little bit, and make it look a little more authentically vintage, even though it's not. I just want it to look like it is. So I'm going to do the same technique. I'm going to, using the Annie Sloan's dark wax, and I'm just going to brush it on and then wipe it off. Okay, I just need to let that cure, but okay, I just needed to use, as you saw, a lot of wax on this to get it toned down, or to get it to look more of what I had in mind. Now it still has a copper look to it, but it's not so harsh that it just doesn't look so harsh now. But I like it much better. I like it much better now. You can see the details in the trim much better with the dark. Makes it pop. So, okay. That just needs to cure. And I need to go wash my hands because I did not use gloves. Probably should have, but I didn't. So I'm going to let these cure now. Figure out what to do for the back of the other picture to get the frame. All of these actually I'm going to need to have some way of keeping the pictures in place. So I may have to get those little tacks. But that's not a problem. Not a big deal at all. This looks pretty good. Okay, I'm back at it today and I'm determined to get these frames finished. So what I'm doing is I went to Lowe's and I purchased these, they're actually for windows, these little glazier points. They're push type pins. Let me show you one. They're made to do glass, like windows, to repaint a window. But I'm using them on the back of my picture frames, you can see right here, to keep the picture in. So this is the print that I'm working on, the watercolor print. And I'm just going to go ahead and put one more tack in. So what I do is you lay it down, you put the point into the wood, and then I take this little hook, this little crowbar, and then I just push them in. And it goes, can you see? Just like that. Kind of give it a little wiggle. It's actually My husband made this look very easy when he did it, but it's not quite as easy as you think. But, I mean, it is. It just takes a little bit of pressure, I think, because this wood is like old and petrified. But my picture is now all secure, and isn't this just, oh, I love the green and this watercolor with the green in this frame. I'm so excited. I'm just actually very happy that I can begin to use these. So I'm going to work on my other 2 prints and get these hung and styled and show you what they look like as a finished print. Okay, so I have this print, this cross stitch all ironed. I'm putting the glass in the frame. I got the glass clean. And what I did is I laid this, used the back, the original picture, as a mold or as a template on the back of the print, the cross stitch. And I'm going to cut that out now so that it lays flat inside the frame. I originally thought I would just kind of go around and tape it to the back, but that's really bulky, and you know what? Hopefully I don't want to take it out and reuse it for anything else. I want to keep it in here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out now and get this finished. I feel like I keep saying that, get this finished, but I think this will be much, much better. Just having it lie flat in the frame. And it's just fabric, it's extra fabric, there's nothing on it. I don't know why I feel bad. I feel like I need to keep it like it was in a square, but it's not gonna do me any good, and it's gonna bother me sticking out around the frame, and the back's gonna look messy, and then I'm gonna have to put something on to cover it up. This is just the best decision. Okay, so you know, all it's taking me is like, what, a minute to cut this out? It's okay. It's okay to change things. I'm sure whoever spent all this time making this would much rather me have it put in a frame and used. So that's what I'm doing. Putting this in. And I made sure that it covers where the screw, so the screw will actually go through the print. This is going to be showing on the back, because if I turn it this way, it'll show on the front. So, I don't know, maybe I should paint this, or, this is becoming more involved than I intended. You know what? It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the screws in, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, I finally got it done. There's the back. That's okay. I mean, I could paint this a solid color. I'm not going to, but I could, because it's for me, and I'm not, if I ever want to sell it again, I guess I could. But there it is. Now I just gotta figure out how to hang it. This was the original hanger, the hole, when it was a vertical. But now that it's horizontal, I need to, probably should have poked a hole in that. But anyway, I'll figure something out. There it is. What do you think? Can't wait to hang it. I'm excited. Finally getting to use these things. So, one thing I've learned is that I should have had all of my supplies and thought this through about what I needed before I started, because I just I've never done this before. I've never switched out prints. I've switched out prints, but they fit perfectly, and I've never done cross stitch. So I'm learning as I go, but I'm also doing some DIY as I go and figuring this out. But now that I know what I need, things should go much smoother the next time. And not only that, I'm literally doing like at least 3 different projects. Yeah, 3 different projects at one time. Probably should have done one, figured it out, and then did the others, but I sometimes like to go big or go home, right? Go big or go home. So now I'm going to do this frame, and put in the sunflower print in this frame, and then I can finally style these prints and get them hung. Okay, this is not where they're going to go. This is my daughter's old room where I'm crafting at currently, but she had these command strips, so I just hung them up here to give you a show of what they look like hanging. And I tell you, I'm over the moon. It came out so good. So good. We need to paint in here, so don't mind the scratches and old scuff marks, but it came out so good. And I'm holding it at this one I can show head on because of the glare and the shadow. But, and then this one, I just love this one. With the gold and the goose. It looks off-centered, but if I stand straight on, there's a glare in the glass. But I cannot wait to actually style them and show them what they look like in a vignette. But this is the finished project. Okay. Hey, let me know what you think about today's video. And have you ever collected cross stitch, or do you cross stitch, and how do you frame your pictures? Maybe you're a lot more professional than I am, and you just take them and have them reframed or rehung, but yeah, reframed. But this is part of the DIY process, right? I'm over the moon with them. Let me know what you think about the cross stitch, and I want to say that you are blessed and highly favored, and thank you so much for joining me today and walking along with me through this framing process.